Hi, welcome back to this free-for-all Friday edition, casual Friday edition of Focal Point on AFR Talk. Saw a video this morning, and this just shows you the comprehensive nature of the kind of research I do for you, my listening audience. I do this kind of thing so you don't have to. I watched a video this morning of a talking porcupine by the name of Teddy Bear. And they've got this deal where he picks the winner of the Super Bowl, and apparently last year he correctly picked the Giants to win the Super Bowl. So they got Teddy Bear, the talking porcupine, out there, and this year he picked the Ravens. And I say, what is a talking porcupine? No, that's what I ask you. By the way, there was some computer outfit that runs simulations of these games. They ran like 50,000 simulations of the 49er Ravens Super Bowl game, and the Niners won almost 67% of the time, average score 29-21. I believe a computer before I will believe a talking porcupine. Call me crazy, but that's where I'm at. Now, I wanted to just say a little bit. 888-589-8840, by the way, number to call if you want to join the program, 888-589-8840. Here's a story by Tim Dahlberg, Associated Press, about the Kaepernick family. I just want to read some excerpts from it because this is a neat story to me. Lance Kaepernick was 23 days old when he died. He seemed normal when his parents brought him home. Then everything suddenly went tragically wrong. 2 open-heart surgeries couldn't save the tiny baby Rick and Teresa Kaepernick had so joyfully welcomed into their lives. Their next son never made it out of the hospital. Kent Kaepernick was 4 days old when he died, also of a heart defect. You're 25, 26, and you have 2 sons buried, Rick Kaepernick said. You grow up in a hurry. A daughter, Devon, would follow, joining their healthy firstborn son, Kyle. One day, Teresa told her husband she was ready for another baby, but doctors had warned them against trying for another pregnancy. Their new son was 5 weeks old, so they went the adoption route. Their new son was 5 weeks old when they first held him at the Lutheran Social Services office in Appleton, Wisconsin. He was healthy, vibrant, and full of life. On Sunday, he'll be behind center trying to win a Super Bowl for the San Francisco 49ers. Now, Colin Kaepernick was born to a teenage mom in Wisconsin, biracial relationship. The mother was blonde and athletic. His father was African-American, and Colin Kaepernick, these are the only parents he's ever known, been with him since he was 5 weeks old. He's actually turned down opportunities to meet with his birth mother. And the tattoos that he has on his arms, and again, I'm not saying everybody ought to go out and get tattooed. I'm just saying that he's made a decision to do that. And here is one tattoo on one arm is Psalm 18:39. And I read a column in Christianity today, and they were just kind of bugged at Colin Kaepernick for picking these Psalms, as if these verses are not in the Bible. It's like the guy from Christianity Today was saying, this is horrible. This is terrible. Look at all these verses about masculinity and warfare and triumph over the enemies. This is disgusting. He should have picked verses about humility and meekness and all that kind of stuff. But I say to the guy, look, are these verses in the Bible or not? If they're in the Bible, then what are you dissing them? Here is Psalm 18:39 on one of Colin Kaepernick's arms. You equipped me with strength for the battle. You made those who rise against me sink under me. And then his other arm has Psalm 27:3. Though an army encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war rise against me, yet I will be confident. You know, and some of that may explain what people have observed about him, how calm and cool he seems to be under pressure. Al Gore, you may be aware, is out with a new book on environmentalism. He sold, let's grab clip number 5, Rob, if we can. He sold his network, Current TV, to Qatar, to Al Jazeera, which is run by Qatar. It's all oil money. He sold it for $500 million, pocketed $100 million of dirty, filthy oil money to sell his network. So he's out on this book tour, and he is getting hammered by people in the mainstream media for hypocrisy. I love it. Let's listen.
So you're selling this television network to a gas and oil supported emirate. That's not an emirate, it's an independent country.
One of the Emirates, it's independent, and the closest ally of the U.S. in the Arab world. Our fleet is there.
Isn't that one of the problems with the global warming, our dependence on the petroleum producing countries?
Yes, it is, and they have...
So you, Al Gore, are doing business with this country that's enabling your ultimate foe, climate change.
I think I understand what you're getting at, Dave, but I disagree with it. I see it differently. I understand the criticism, of course. Well, I get the criticism. I just disagree with it.
So he's just getting hammered for his blatant hypocrisy all over the place and having a tough time. Didn't expect it, obviously, to get that kind of grilling, just stumping for his new book. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Stephanie, Port Byron, Illinois. Stephanie, you're on Focal Point. What's on your mind?
Yes, sir, Brian. I'm so happy to be able to be a part of your calling audience today.
Thank you for calling.
Appreciate it, sir. Still kind of hung up on the Benghazi thing, and I was wondering if you could quickly clear me up on whether it is, in fact, a truth that there was a stand-down order issued at the time of the attack not to protect that embassy. If so, why wasn't Hillary Clinton questioned about that while she was under the grill or the light?
Well, that's a good question, Stephanie. Nobody's got an answer for that. I mean, there are so many questions that she should have been asked. And my understanding, Stephanie, the best information I had is that you had these two former SEALs that were over at the annex. They get the word that the consulate, different building, I know it's about a half mile away, that they get the word that the consulate is under attack. They ask for permission to go to the assistance of the American, the diplomat and his aides that are under assault, and they were told to stand down. Don't do it. Don't go to their help. Let them just get riddled with bullets from this terrorist attack. Now, they finally ignored that order. Those two Navy SEALs finally just ignored that stand-down order. They said, look, these are fellow Americans. These are our friends. These are our colleagues. We're going to help them. And that's where the two ex-Navy SEALs went over and provided some help. They were too late to get there in time to protect the life of the ambassador and the aide, but they were able to get 30 people out of that consulate and to safety. The only reason they were able to do that is they disobeyed that order directing them to stand down. And by the way, Stephanie, and this is part of the deal, everybody's saying, where are these 30 survivors? How come we can't talk to them? Who are these people? I mean, the State Department, President Obama will not let us even know who these 30 people are that got rescued. They've got vital information to help us understand what happened, and the administration's not letting them talk. So, Stephanie, they did get a stand-down order, and 30 people are alive because they disobeyed it. Well,
I praise God that that those people were preserved. God bless the Boy Scouts and the assault that they're going under.
Yes. All right, Stephanie, listen, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. And, it's not too late to call the Boy Scouts. I mean, they're under enormous pressure from Big Gay. If you haven't called them, do so. You can call them at 972-580-2000, 972-580-2000, or 972-580-2100. So 972-580-2000 or 2100. Either one of those numbers will get you to Boy Scout headquarters and let them know, appeal to them not to cave to the homosexual lobby. Focal Point AFR Talk back in 2.